Welcome, Comadres, and congratulations for being here and unlocking this special gift for you, the Las Comadres daily practice. One of our values in this community is growth. That growth is for your business and it is also for your spirit. With the daily practice, we've gathered the key elements for your spiritual growth that you get to keep present every single day by setting a few minutes aside. So often, the things that hold us back from really accomplishing what we want and stepping into our power come from our limiting beliefs and the pieces of us that we don't always make real time and space for, the things we don't allow ourselves to dream of with intention. That's what we address with the Las Comadres daily practice. This is a practice we encourage for every comadre to set aside time every day and make room for your wholeness, acknowledge yourself, and keep your dreams alive. This practice will cover these three major elements: shadow work, gratitude and acknowledgement, and intention and manifestation. We'll cover these in detail in the next few slides. Let's talk a little bit about how it works. You can choose to focus on one part of your life for the daily practice, or you can work on several pieces of your life. It could be about your relationships, your friendships, your family, your business, a specific goal you have, or just something you're healing in your spiritual growth. It's totally up to you. To illustrate the experience of the Las Comadres daily practice, we're going to use the example of this comadre to the left. Let's call her Ingrid. And let's say she's a marketing coach, and she has been for several years. And recently she's been feeling like she wants to raise her prices. But this is something she hasn't done in over 3 years, and it's making her kind of nervous. This is what she's choosing to work on as she moves through her daily practice. Every day, she'll journal on the prompts and repeat each affirmation 3 times. We'll start with her shadow work, embracing and integrating. Shadow work represents the pieces of us that we try to hide, the parts of us that bring us shame or that we don't always make space for. We talk about shadow work and integration very often in our community because our shadow is our subconscious. It's the part of us that wants to keep us safe, which very often also holds us back from trying new things, dreaming bigger, and accomplishing the things that we say that we want. If you're interested in digging deeper into shadow work, we recommend learning about Carl Jung's teachings. For today, as you start thinking about shadow work, think about what your shadow is telling you. And ask yourself, is this really true? Or is this just a story I'm telling myself to stay safe and small? You're going to document what those stories are. You're going to list the 3 things that your shadow is telling you under what are 3 things I get to let go of. For Ingrid, these are: number 1, that no one will hire me if I raise my prices. Number 2, that my current clients will feel betrayed. And number 3, that I will lose everything I have created. A really important thing about shadow work is understanding that when you feel into your shadow, you should bring 0 judgment, 0 shame. Allow yourself to be in full acceptance of this part of who you are and in full embrace. Our shadows are a worthy and big part of who we are. And the more we push them aside in shame, the stronger they become. When we accept and embrace our shadow, we are able to integrate and show up whole into our lives. Once you write the 3 things that you get to let go of, repeat 3 times. I am only whole when I embrace my light and my shadow. Next, we move on to gratitude and acknowledgement. Now, gratitude is something that we hear very much about, but not so much acknowledgement, when it's so important. When you make time to acknowledge yourself, you seal the vibration of your own power, the beauty and blessings that you already have within you today, what you can be grateful for right now. And when you make space for what you can be grateful for and what you can acknowledge yourself for, that gratitude vibration is the one that roots and grounds all abundance. When you're able to receive and acknowledge all of the amazing things you already have around you, you are setting yourself up for even more of that from the universe. So go ahead and write, what are 3 things that are true? For Ingrid, these are, number 1, I helped a client today close 3 more sales. Number 2, I am a damn good coach. And number 3, I love my home. Once you have completed the 3 things that are true, repeat the affirmation. I embrace my full experience as life happens for me. Finally, we move on to intention and manifestation. There's so much talk about manifesting out there, and interestingly, lots of practices are rooted only in this without the shadow integration, gratitude, and acknowledgement piece. When you don't take these pieces into account and you don't do this work as well, manifesting often falls short and you wind up with a different outcome than you originally intended. This question is inviting you to think about what is really in your heart to create. What are the small things that you might have been holding back from accomplishing? What are the goals that you're a little bit afraid of, but you know in your heart that you're ready to write down and make them real? Go ahead and write down, what are the 3 things that I am calling in? For Ingrid, those are, I make $10,000 a month. I am saving for a new home. And number 3, I have clients I adore who inspire me every day to be in this work. Now notice a couple of things. These statements are written in the present tense. This is really important when you are writing down intentions and manifestation. Understand that you get to write it as though it is already true so that you can embody this vibration today. It is also important to remember that whatever your results are at the end of whatever period you commit to, they are neutral. You can do this practice for 30 days, for example, wishing for something to happen and for whatever reason wind up with a different result than you wanted. You can learn from all of it and you get to keep going. Your affirmation is, everything I desire is already here. Your next steps: commit to complete the Las Comadres daily practice. And you get to be honest with yourself. What time of day will you do it? We recommend journaling in the morning. And what kind of a commitment are you ready for? Are you ready for a 7-day, 30-day, or 60-day commitment? You can be as detailed as you like with your practice. You can write short, simple statements, or you can have long journal entries. It's completely up to you. What's important is that you start to be mindful of what comes up, that you keep up your practice consistently, and if you feel inspired, we would love to invite you to share your experience with us in the community as we all share in our daily practice together. We wish you luck and so much love, Comadre.